Okay. Always cracks you up, doesn't
Every
it?
time. I don't know why.
Okay, so today what we're going to talk about in a general
My
sense
cord
is
so messy.
Misty's cord being messy. All right, and welcome.
Hello.
So podcast number 4, if you can even believe that, which
I can't.
we
Crazy.
couldn't believe number 3 or 2, and really number 1 for that matter.
Right. Here we are.
Here we are. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about in a general sense is
so messy.
Misty's cord being messy. No, we're going to talk about not giving up and persevering in business, and I guess for life. You could term it either way, but just so people can understand what we went through starting this business, that it's hard for everyone. I don't care who you are. I've talked to a lot of successful business owners, entrepreneurs, and everybody struggles when it starts, whether you're working out of a bedroom or a basement or a garage. You look at Jeff Bezos, Amazon, if you don't know that name, started out of a garage, and you can go down the list. And so we just want to say that it was hard for us. So maybe you can shed a little bit on your initial journey.
So today we're going to focus a little on the lash industry.
Lash.
It's hard to be a lash artist just at the start. Like you think
A little closer to the microphone.
Maybe I should move this closer.
We just want everybody to hear your story.
I think I was a little cocky when I first started. Because I've never really not been good at anything in the beauty industry. It's always kind of come a little bit easy to me. And lashing was hard.
Yeah. So coming from makeup and spray tanning specifically.
And facials and waxing, all of that. I thought eyelashes were going to be a breeze. And I actually got trained back in 2012. Oh my gosh.
For
Eyelashes.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. Like I got trained when they were in tiny, tiny little like tubs, and all we had were classic lashes, and they were all mixed in together like the loose fans come, the Premades, but it was all singles.
Oh man.
It was horrible. And your isolation
terrible.
tweezers were super thick. It was horrible. And I knew right away that was not for me. But I tried again, and I thought it was going to be easy, and it was not easy. It was really hard.
It's not.
We
had lots of tears.
Lots of tears. A lot of frustration. I had a mannequin head named Gigi. I named her Gigi.
We should have brought Gigi on the show.
I
Maybe
know.
she'll make an appearance some other
She
time.
will. Or I should bring her out in some of my reels.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Anyways, Gigi and I were not friends. We did not get along. But I sat and I tried and tried and tried over and over and over. And it was so frustrating. I mean, the lashing, it's so much muscle memory with your hands. And if you're not used to using them. And we should come full circle with my wrist. I almost wasn't physically able to lash.
Yeah, tell them.
Yeah. So it was the 4th of July.
That it was?
2018.
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. But we were riding along on those horrible electric scooters, the Lime scooters to be exact. They're the devil. and we were having a great day. It was our first 4th of July together.
It was a great day.
Until
It wasn't.
It wasn't until I hit a bump in the sidewalk under the bridge.
Uneven concrete.
Yeah.
As we're going along the river.
Flying. And of course, when that happens, you brace yourself with your wrist.
Yeah. So
Shattered my wrist. I have plates and screws. And I didn't do physical therapy at all. I was naughty.
It's not your thing
It's
to
not
follow
my
directions.
thing. Don't follow doctor's orders. It's fine.
But I think even more so just on that story. So yeah, we were cooking along down the the river path, having a great old time, and there was some uneven concrete. So, the sections wanted settled, and there was a bump there that she couldn't see. And, in hindsight too,
Did I look so funny?
we didn't have, I was behind you.
I know.
Yeah. And we didn't have helmets, which it's a whole thing. And then she's also carrying her purse on it. And
wearing a dress.
And wearing a dress.
And sandals.
We had all the things not to do. So, yeah, when we talk about learning from our failures, there you go.
We have a lot of I have a lot of failures that I've learned.
It's a we, for sure. So I'm watching this, and it literally goes in slow motion. As soon as she hits the bump, and it kind of jumps in the air, and I see her handlebars turn. And so, of course, as soon as she hit and the wheels turned hard to the left, she immediately starts to go over the handlebars. And like
did?
Oh, yeah. And like she was saying, your natural reaction is try to brace yourself so you don't, smash your nose. And so.
Or your head.
Or your head. And when you're one hand dominant, which she's right hand dominant, she puts her right hand down, and that takes the majority of the impact. And just like she said, her hand was pointing the wrong direction.
Oh.
And
he said, whatever you do, don't look down. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to look down. And it was over for me.
Yeah, and she was like, that's not good. And it was bad, but I was trying to keep her calm. And then the other kicker with that is that we were in a place that was nowhere near road access. So a blessing and a miracle, there was another couple that happened to be walking by, called 911 as I'm trying to hold Misty and keep her conscious from the shock. And the ambulance was able to come, but we had to pack her up. Gosh, I don't know. It seemed like 18 flights of stairs to get up to the bridge, if you know Portland at all.
I think it was a steel bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And got her to the hospital, and that's a whole experience too. When she was in the finger trap because they were trying
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah,
I looked like Edward Scissorhands. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
So where we're going with this is the fact that she can even lash and do something that technical and that intricate and minute is literally a miracle.
It is. It's a miracle. Really.
It is, because yeah, you didn't do any physical well, you did very little physical therapy.
Did I do any? I don't think I did any.
Maybe a day. I don't know.
I maybe stretched.
Yeah. So yeah.
I have a really hard time following through with doctor orders.
That is true. Yes, and that maybe is a whole series on its own.
I do. It's fine.
So anyway, blessing, miracle that we got through that. And when she decided to lash, I remember the day, and you came to me when we were opening this business, and you were going to do facials and spray tans and makeup, and you're like, you know what? We need to do eyelash extensions. And I'm kind of like, okay. And you're like, you got to trust me. Please believe me. And I don't know. I just don't know any way other than to support you. And I guess to give a shout out to Paul and Tuss. I know Paul says this, and I think Mike too, Mike and Shauna, more shout outs. When your wife says that this is a good idea, they're almost always right. So on the Lash journey we went, she scheduled a Lash training course, got after it, and then like I said, we got the mannequin Gigi, and she started practicing, and she was just so determined, and like I said, so many days of I'm gonna quit, and tears and sad.
I even tried bringing in Fireball to see if maybe lashing drunk would help. That didn't even help. We tried it all.
Yeah, talking about business, and when you hit an obstacle, you got to pivot. Maybe sometimes
bringing out the Fireball.
Fireball is the pivot.
And if you're my clients, you know how much I love Fireball. Oh my gosh, we should do a shout out to Sierra. Oh my gosh, this is a funny story. So I have a couple clients who work at the liquor store.
Yes, you do.
And they know my love for Fireball. They do.
It's a coping mechanism. I don't think it's really a love of Fireball.
No, we do not like it.
It's a tool.
It's a tool. I feel like we need to.
We're just being as candid and authentic as we can be with you guys.
We keep saying that we need to find another drink.
We just keep
but we
circling
just
back.
can't. Oh, gosh. But what was I saying?
Well, we were talking about Fireball and how
Sierra. Yeah. So I have amazing clients.
This is
really, my clients are better than your clients. It's a true story. Wait till you hear the story. So Todd and I are having Fireball. It's been a rough day. And we run out and we're too drunk to drive.
It's true.
It's true. So we look up the app to see, right? It's
Oh,
like
that's
DoorDash.
right. Yeah, we tried to do
But
DoorDash.
they don't deliver alcohol.
Well, there's actually a alcohol delivery app, but I can't even remember what it is.
No, we looked that up. And
Yeah.
they only did beer and wine.
Oh, yeah.
So I text my client.
May or may not be alcoholics at
No,
one point in our life.
We aren't. We drink Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm. I'd actually say not anymore, but that's a different story. So,
Yeah.
but we definitely have done our share of it's fine.
It's fine Fireball.
And if we have a few fireballs, and we'll just put off dealing with something till tomorrow.
Yeah. Or let's make Wednesdays great again.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Anyways, circling back because that's my job
It
today.
clearly is.
Sent a message to Sierra, my client, works at the liquor store, and she's like, how about I bring you Fireball?
Mm-hmm.
And she did.
She did.
She came and delivered it to my door.
Yeah.
And it was cold.
Oh, that's right. She brought the one out of the fridge.
So if you want to tell me that your clients are better than mine, no. Mine are so cool.
Or if you want to
And
get
they
into
love
the
us.
Lash business, the perks are alcohol delivery to your door.
It's fine. Anyways, circling back to Gigi, just if I were to encourage any lash artist, go in with a mindset knowing it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, yeah.
And it's almost like a workout. Not that I work out. You work out.
Sometimes.
You have a gym. And anyways, I don't. But you have to strengthen your muscles in your hands. It's like it's repetitiveness. And so if you are thinking about going into the lash industry, just be patient with yourself. Talk to any lash artist that started. They're going to tell you the same thing. Just be patient, slow down. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. If you stay committed and patient, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
And you're going to be forever thankful. And it just happens overnight. Like you just are like, oh my gosh, I get it. And there you are. And you've gone over the hump.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it is
don't give up.
It is like anything. Eventually it will click and you will get there. And you just have to attack it and say that I am going to get this. I am going to figure it out. It's not a if. And you have to be able to stay the course. And I think if you talk to any lash trainer out there, and there's a lot of really good ones, but a lot of times they'll only let you get into their volume or mega classes if you've been doing classic for like 6 months. So it is a memory, emotion, and a skill that you have to learn and perfect to be able to be really good at your craft. And we can for sure speak to that from experience. One thing I just want to touch on real quick, or you can, is as we went through that learning process for you and being able to fan, that it's okay if during that journey that you use Premades. I know that could probably be a whole series.
And we're going to get hate mail.
Very possibly. but again, you have to figure out how to go forward because it's hard. Business is hard. Starting a business is hard. Life is hard. Yeah. And if you don't figure it out right away how to fan, that again, the frustration, discouragement, all that can set in.
And you're also limited. Your services are limited. And you make more money with the volume and the mega. So you're really limited, and that can be really frustrating, which also can be a hindrance into your, learning and patience with yourself.
Absolutely. So just have some grace with yourself that as you're learning and having, friends, family that you are practicing your fanning on, again, that have some grace and some, forgiveness with you. But if you have to go to the Premades just to be able to continue to work and grow because customer service, and we'll get into that whole, curriculum, on customer service in the business, you need experience and you need at-bats with that. And so just make sure as you have new clients and learning how to have that rapport with them, it is okay to do Premades and, continue to learn your craft.
Right. Well, and even with the Premades, you're still learning. It's a whole different animal, whether you're working with Premades or your own made fans, navigating through all the fluff. Funny, but it's a true story. Sometimes I feel like, there's so much fluffiness in there, and whether you're using Premades or not, you still have to learn
isolation,
how to work that. Look at you.
Look at me. So
it's
when
crazy.
to bring full circle back to, would I ever be at a Lash conference or doing a Lash podcast? Who thought I'd know what isolation is?
I know.
Mike, you got to have some sympathy for me.
But really quick before I forget, which I could. Hold on.
It might have just happened.
Hold on. Wait, it's coming back. Premades.
Isolation.
There's a lot of people that have their own opinion about Premades.
Yes, they do.
And there can be some really not nice trainers even that I've experienced and been around.
If you will.
Huh?
Judgmental,
if you will. Yeah, they were Premade shamers. I sat next to the last training I went to, I sat next to this poor, sweet older lady who was trying to lash, and the trainer shamed her for using Premades.
Yeah.
But if you feel like Premades are what's best for you and your business, don't let anybody else tell you what is right or wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot. Yeah. So just do what's best for you and your business. If you want to use Premades, girl, use the Premades. Call me. I'll chat with you about, there's a special way to attach them so they don't pop right off.
Yeah. Well,
so, but just, just give yourself grace but still practice if you're using those Premades.
Yeah. You need to, I will say eventually you need to learn how to fan, because if you're going to be an exclusive, brand and again, we'll talk about this more, and charge premium prices and have that experience, you're going to have to be able to fan, to be able to customize a set of lashes for somebody, because not every set of classics is created equal, or volume or mega. It really does depend on the eye and the client and what they're looking for.
I'm so impressed right now. It's kind of sexy.
And so the Premades, the Premades will allow you to continue to get the practice and the repetitions, like we just talked about, the isolation and getting used to that. And then again, you can hone your craft and, again, decide where you want to go. And maybe it is that you want to do, a lot of sets and you want to just bang them out in a day versus really having the artistic feel to it.
I love the artistic feel. I'm in love with it. There's some days where I fan and I'm sad that I have to go home and stop. Not because I'm coming home to you. Don't get me wrong, because I love that. But I just love fanning. I'm kind of a nerd like that.
Well, I think it's the artistic creative, which we've talked about, me being the boring one, right? And you're the crazy one or the creative one.
Yeah, I am.
And so
It's
I think
true.
that makes sense that, again, that is your happy place to be in that artistic, creative, mindset.
Yeah. And sometimes I don't get warmed up to the very end of the day.
Well, mornings are not your favorite.
Mornings are not my favorite. No.
Yeah. Well,
But I'm trying.
That's why we have accounts at several coffee places, so it's fine.
And they write sweet love letters on my coffee lids.
They do.
They call me the Lash Queen.
Yeah. Well, check out the IG. You'll see all the special notes.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, we want to be mindful of your time, but
Yeah.
that is just a little encouragement, maybe
Yeah.
if nothing else, to stay with it. And it is hard, and it is a struggle. And I guess, God bless you if it's not hard for you and you were able to get through it. But for the
Right.
most part, it is difficult for everybody to get through and learn the lash business.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to close with if there's any lash artist out there that is starting the journey and just you just get to this place that you just want to quit, just reach out to us and we will be your hype man and lady.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We're
you
good
can,
at it.
And you can find us. We're on the YouTubes, and obviously we got the
The YouTubes,
the
we sound
YouTubes.
like old people. We're on the internet.
yeah, and we're on the podcasts.
We're on the World Wide Web.
But hitting us up on the Instagram, on the gram, is probably the slide into the DMs. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
If you need any encouragement, hopefully this helps for you. Maybe if we help one person, one of our 18 subscribers.
I know. Nobody told me it was hard.
Well,
Nobody told me it was hard.
so again, we're here trying to be authentic and
To
transparent.
those ladies
to you.
in the back, nobody told me it was hard. I'm telling you, and it's okay.
It is okay, and just stay with it because it will get better, and it is worth it.
It is.
Yeah.
So another shout out to Lash Religion. It's worth it because I need that shirt that says "Lashes saved me," or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I need that shirt.
So hopefully this helped you. Appreciate you stopping by, and like Misty said, drop us a comment or a question, and we'll help you wherever we can.
Yep.